Hi everybody, hi every spirit, welcome very much to my YouTube channel. Esoteric Cloud Surfer here, ready to start an astrology and spirituality live stream. Welcome very much once again. Your support is greatly appreciated. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe, and make sure also to use the links down below to join our Discord and to find more of my content, of my services, and to know how to contact me and acquire said services. Today, we are talking about Sun in Aries, Moon in Scorpio. So it's a Mars alignment, a Mars interaction. So today it's a lot about passion, motivation, anger, frustration, and deep desires, right? And these deep desires can come from a various amount of places. It might be just a desire to consume something, or feel a certain way, or be a certain way, or achieve a certain goal. That will also depend on your sun, on your moon, on your Saturn, on your Earth placements, your water placements. So it will be more personal, but whatever desire you experiencing, you will go deep within it because of the moon in Scorpio. But your actions and expressions about and the feelings and visions about that desire will be more expressive, external, and intense. So there will be a misunderstanding in feeling deep, feeling private, and wanting to be a bit more in the shadows, and also the misunderstanding with that and the want to show and be seen in a more passionate and desirable way. That's always the misunderstanding between the Mars signs, Aries and Scorpio. Because Aries, the sun is exalted in Aries, by the way, and it doesn't do really well into Scorpio, but Aries is cardinal fire, initiating new ways to express, see, feel, and act about your passions, motivations, angers, and frustrations. And Scorpio is fixed water, the ability to be fixed on your emotions, feelings, dreams, and illusions when it comes to your more internal passions, motivations, anger, and frustration, because Aries is the external, masculine, expressive side of Mars, and Scorpio is the internal, feminine, and receiving side of Mars. So in one hand, with Scorpio, you want to keep things within you, you want to keep things focused and building on it. With the external side of Mars, you want to keep things outside of you and show your passion, show your superiority or ego, because the sun is exalted in that sign as well, and you want to connect using those things in a more broader way, and you want to be initiative instead of patient. You want to be the first instead of be on your own. That always will cause that Mars misunderstanding, right? So we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the alignments in the sky. We'll do a tarot reading as well. So let's get up to it. Let's first take a tarot card for today. Here we are. Let's go. So today is a Mercury day in Aries as well. So we are thinking, communicating, and analyzing in more aggressive, passionate, motivated, or frustrated ways, and perhaps in not so sufficient ways. Perhaps your passion can take over logicality, your frustration can take over logicality, or you might just get frustrated or like aroused with things that you weren't getting before. People talking to you in a certain way, a certain subject might be triggering you way quicker than before. And be like, what the hell is going on? Mercury in Aries. Being cardinal, initiative, faster into getting in passion or aggressiveness through your mind, conversations, and analysis process, right? But on the positive side, it's great to communicate your uniqueness, your individuality, and to come across like more spiritual, realistic things, not in a logical way, not in numbers, statistics, and facts. When I say realistic, it's like some real stuff that happens in the world, like the meaning behind something, the real consequences behind something. And you might not even be able to communicate very well, but because it's in Aries, if that person sees where you're coming from spiritually, Mercury helps that communication. Mercury will help that bridge being built. So even though your words might not be coming out very well or sufficient enough, if you are in the right space, if you are in God's way, all possibilities way, and if you have a real purpose and real passion or frustration behind your ideas and communication, that person will get it directly, and then they will actually expand on the point and conclude on the point and help you bring the better words and better senses to it. But don't expect everybody to do this, because it's Mercury in Aries, so it's more individual, more one-on-one, more personal. You know what I'm saying? So tarot card for today, Prince of Swords. By the way, Sun in Aries, Moon in Aries, Mercury day and Mercury in Aries. So everything today is focusing on our individuality and uniqueness, because fixed water is you being fixed and consistent on your own feelings and emotions. So that brings uniqueness and individuality as well. And it's all about desires, passion, motivation, aggressiveness, frustration, creativity, and being fulfilled, being a real motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, today's tarot card, Mutable Air, Prince of Swords. So we all are or have the opportunity to initiate, create a new external way to associate, to share our thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, and joining this with the astrological energies. So we are creating a new external way to associate our ideas, thoughts, and analysis process about passion, motivation, anger, frustration, desires, creativity, and individuality, and spirituality. Because everything that brings Mars into the subject brings that real shit, right? Aries brings leadership, real vision, seeing what's really real. Scorpio brings deep experiences, deep meanings, transformative experiences where you can learn about life, and both signs bring this. Learning about life, how we come to existence, why are you here, how we created this world together, what is the spirit, what is the mind, what is emotions, what is the flesh, how flesh comes out of fluids, and fluids come out of the mind, and mind come out of the spirit. So all those things can be learned, especially today. And remember, each day, it's its own existence. So one thing that happens a lot in today's society is people don't value the day. People don't value the expression and the feeling of each individual day that you are awake. And that actually, getting into astrology really helped me in that aspect, because I have a ton of air energy. So I would feel bored of life, bored of classrooms, existing in general. And since I was always interested into astrology, but I also have that Taurus moon in the 8th house, right? So I feel things a bit more deeper. I'm aware of certain things in a real and sensical way that others are not aware of. So I always had that in the back of my mind, in my subconscious realm, right? But then when I got into astrology and I got into a more logical and realistic side of it, I was able to really see the different feelings and different waves that each day comes through. Even doing the same thing over and over, being in school, now streaming on Twitch, being at work, right? I could feel better because I understood how different the days were, the hours were. I could feel the waves changing, and then internally I can ride those waves and just feel less bored because Aquarius stellium, I'm be bored just because I exist, right? Because we always want more, we always want to expand and change and be rebellious, right? But also it made me make sense of certain events, right? Of certain interactions. Why I was feeling a certain way a minute ago and now I'm feeling different. Or that person is interacting with me in a different way that they were yesterday. So being aware of astrology and the change of waves and the change of seasons in a bigger scale and on a smaller scale really helped me being more entertained with life and be having a more fulfilled experience. And that's really, really cool, right? And with the Prince of Swords, really learning or experimenting how to associate our unique ideas, unique desires, and unique spiritual perspectives via the Sun and Mercury, expressing and communicating, and we are testing how we feel about it. Do we feel confident? Do we feel sure? Do we feel like this is some real stuff, or it's just la la land, or it's just copium, or it's just relatability? Because with the moon in Scorpio, those things will not stick to the wall. Those things will not produce good fruit, right? So if you don't feel sure, deep, connected with yourself and your purpose and the conversations, it's not unique and individual enough. It's not spiritual. It's not meaningful, right? So Prince of Swords, mutable air. Let's see how to use that in the best way possible. Knowing here through our dragon oracle, right? Let's see. There we go. Bro, yeah, I just said this about the moon in Scorpio. Lilac fire dragon. So it's about fire, purpose, meaning, and intention that goes through a lot of levels. Visions that incorporate a lot of levels and dimensions of reality. Because purple, that's why most royalty in this world use the color purple. And purple means basically spirits that are very wise and they can develop very good vehicles, right? So the purple fire means that your vision is very wise, your imaginations are very wise, your feelings are very wise, your instincts are wise. So you should use the energies today to produce, create, and invest in visions about spirituality, reality, your uniqueness. And when I say reality, we really have to make this distinction because we have spiritual, real reality, and we have earth reality, stats, facts, limits, and boundaries. And sometimes that's not really real, right? Because we all create the physical together. And those limitations and boundaries only exist because it's a common perception, a common sense. But sometimes for you as an individual, those limitations, those facts and statistics do not apply, right? So that's not real. But that will be for another video. So with a Lilac Fire Dragon, it's all about some real knowledge, real wisdom about life, about desires, about traveling, about expansion, about creativity, about doing God's work, about doing all possibilities work, right? Showing others that you can be successful by being yourself, showing others that you don't need to do what everybody else is doing and be successful. And look, I'm on that path. I'm sure that a lot of spiritual people are on that path, but it takes longer. Or it might take longer. But that's a part of the example. First, if you do things normally, it will also take longer. So, right? Proof number one. Then, we have to show ourselves and others that we are ready to sacrifice any amount of time to achieve our goals. We have to show others that's about building something and not being in the top of the food chain because your uncle was the head of the company and they brought you into the position. It's about being the leader, not becoming the leader because somebody just put you there or you gain a lot of money out of nowhere and now people respect you because you have a lot of viewership or a lot of money. No, it's not about that. It's about real knowledge, real wisdom, and if there is a certain point in success that a lot of people can't relate with you, right? Because you didn't really build that yourself, right? You didn't. You are not being a normal person right now, or during your process, right? This happens a lot with streamers or YouTube content creators. They got famous or into a certain position because of a specific type of content, because they got really views, because they got lucky, and now they forgot about life, right? Their life is online. And for most people, that's not true. So when they try to be wise and explain something to the world, most people do not relate with that. So their example, their testimony is no longer valid, cannot be God's work, right? So a lot of spiritual people will take a bit longer to achieve success because it's a different type of success. It's not just money, views, and hoes. It's money, views, and hoes, and being able to relate with people that have not yet achieved success, but inspire them and making them believe that can achieve success by being themselves as well. You know what I'm saying? This shit goes deep. I don't know if you guys can create examples on your own and understand what I'm saying, but that's really what it is. Because we are here to show that everybody can be successful, not just getting lucky online, making a specific type of content, and then forgetting about real life. And when I say real life, don't you think it's about your job? That's another misconception. People, and now kind of defending the YouTubers and streamers. Why do we shame, not we, but why people shame YouTubers, streamers, content creators, and artists and be like, oh, when you're gonna get a real job? Why? Why should those people, why should I, right, get a real job if I'm having a lot of viewership online, making money, and reaching out to people, right? Why? And when you say a real job, you're talking about what? What? Working on a fucking factory? Working on an office where I have no purpose? Cleaning the streets? McDonald's? Even if I make a lot of money selling cars, is that a real job? Why? Why is that real? You know, that's a great example when I was talking about like spiritual reality and earth reality. Why do we call real jobs, right, things that are not real? For example, here in Portugal, I was watching a political video on the other day, and they were talking about the economical perspective of Portugal, how not the economic itself, how people see and behave in those environments, right? So, and one comment was really explaining the reality of Portugal, of the older generation that is now 50, 40, 60, and they had a lot of jobs that were state connected. Working at the municipal hall, working on the smaller hall, working in the state of the building of the water bills or whatever, working in the state electrical company, and having jobs that had no real economical value, that had no real purpose, right? So those are not real jobs because there is no real value, there is no economical value, and there is no purpose, right? So if somebody is successful streaming, making content, being an artist, and they are happy and fulfilled and secure financially and spiritually, why most people shame those people and say, when you get a real job, oh, get a real job, otherwise I can't respect your opinion? No, I can't respect your opinion because you have a quote-unquote real job on a car dealership, cleaning the streets, on a fucking office where you have no purpose or interest being in. That's not real. That's a fake job that just allows you to pay bills. You're not really working, and that's the difference between job and work. Work is when you are growing, investing, expanding, learning skills, reaching out to people, expanding in life. A job is when you just fucking pay bills. So we really need to let go of this perspective that an activity that is fulfilling monetarily and spiritually and emotionally and socially is that's the real job. Not working in a fucking factory, not working in a restaurant. I mean, if you want to be a fucking restaurant owner and you want to be in that industry, that's a real job to you. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be a great car salesman and you want to own your own car dealership, that's a real job to you. But we have to stop generalizing, right? A real job is not, oh, I make money, I buy food, I pay the bills, and we're good. That's a fake job. You know what I'm saying? A real job is a successful streamer. They do what they like, playing video games, reacting to content, whatever. They connecting with people all over the world, right? They are showing others that you can do what you like and still have some money. And he says, look at me, I'm a small time Twitch streamer, but I make enough money to support myself. Of course, I have other businesses and I have my partner as well. But look, it's enough, right? And it will grow because I'm working on it, right? So why is that not a real job? Why people see that as not a real job? That makes no sense. We have to clear that perspective and we have to stop worshiping people or saying that they are successful because they have a normal job and that's it. No, those will be the new unsuccessful people. Those will be the new type of people that everybody will make fun of. All right? Because look, I touch this point a lot of times, so I'll be short and we move on. I've learned with the older people around me. They worked 50 years of their lives just to be miserable in the end of it. I don't want that for myself, and you shouldn't want that for yourself. So, if you have a normal job right now, take that advantage, take that money, and invest in yourself, learn a skill. Oh, but I'm too tired. Bitch, when you're 60, you'll be even more tired. Oh, but I have no energy. Bitch, when you're 50, you'll have less energy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, but I have kids. Bitch, if you want them to support you when you grow up, if you want to teach them well, you better do it as well. Oh, but I have the... Bro, it will get worse. It will get worse. You lose faith in yourself, you lose spark, you lose body capacity, you will lose mental capacity. It will get even worse. So if you don't start today, it will be even harder, right? People always say this, oh, but I don't have energy. I came home from home so tired. I don't have energy to do anything else. How you think it's going to be in the future? When you get older? When you stop believing so much in yourself? It will be even worse. So, and your position will not change. Even if you get promoted in your job and now you make even more money, it will still all about that job. That will be your only thing if you don't create something else. So spiritually speaking, you'll be more tired. You'll be tired as in physically, and tired as in, and I had enough of this. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit. A lot of air. So basically that's the point. If you're tired now, you'll be even more tired in the future. If you have no energy now, you'll be even more, you'll have less energy in the future. You know what I'm saying? I hope you do, because this is important. This is a very important social shift that needs to happen, and it's happening already, but this needs to be more normalized. That people going for their dreams and for their personal achievements and doing what they like and achieving financial security, that's more important than just paying the fucking bills, bro. Of course, if you don't pay bills, you don't survive, but let me tell you something. It's better to be dead than to live 70 years away from your purpose and goals. It's better to be fucking dead, alright, than to not achieve or try to go for your goals, because God, all possibilities, they don't work. They're not capitalists. So they will not reward you because you achieve. God doesn't reward you because you achieve something. God rewards you, all possibility rewards you because you going for it, because you believe in it, because you believe in all possibilities, because you want something better for yourself. Right? So I'll be right back, guys. I'll open the door to my cat. Mama. Cutie. Alright, we're back. So, with that out of the way, let me just connect that to today's energies, right? Because Mercury in Aries, Sun in Aries, and Moon in Scorpio today. So it's all about the real reality. It's all about purpose. It's all about uniqueness. It's all about fulfillment. It's all about doing the right thing for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And how can that be working for 50 years and then when you retired, you have nothing for yourself? You didn't accomplish, fulfilled no purpose. You just survived. You know what I'm saying? That's not the best for you. The best for you is giving your all right now and use whatever money, whatever resources you have to create your own business, to go for your creativity, to invest in something that will pay you off in the future. All right? So let's move on to a good old astro reading of the sky right now. Moon in Scorpio, Sun in Aries, misunderstanding, external actions, expressions, feelings, and visions about deep and fixed desires, feelings, and emotions. Moon in Scorpio, trining Venus in Pisces, a gift to feel more secure, consistent, stubborn, or stuck about relationships that deal with deep feelings, deep emotions, deep experiences, dreams, illusions, imaginations, and spirituality. Moon in Scorpio, trining, Moon in Scorpio, trining Mars in Scorpio, feeling more deep, more passionate, more reactive, more frustrated, more explosive, right? About any passion, motivation, aggressiveness, frustration, creativity, or desires that deal with spirituality, art, creativity, dreams, illusions, and imaginations. Because, for an example, Pisces, it's not all about art as in paintings or music. Like, I have Pisces in the 6th house, for an example. So for me, Pisces and spirituality is about routine and pattern that allow me to be free, that allow me to expand, and allow me to experience in a broader way, right? So it's not so that's the art and creativity that I'm looking for in this lifetime. to have a more spiritual and fulfilling routine and pattern. You know what I'm saying? So with the moon in Scorpio and Mars in Pisces, that is a gift to also feel more consistent about how you can associate and share your spiritual passions, creativity, or frustrations, and also the gift to get stuck and go too deep in any feeling, emotion, desire, or connection that deals with those spiritual passions, frustrations, motivations, or aggressiveness. Moon in Scorpio, misunderstanding, in conjuncting Mercury in Aries, right? So our mind, our communication wants to and is more expressive and more outgoing, but our reactions and our needs are a bit more private, more internal, more secure, and more away from others' visions, more away from the relationships, more away from showing that to others. Moon in Scorpio, opposing Jupiter in Taurus, feeling opposed or balanced by an expansion in wisdom and knowledge that allows you to be more stable, secure, safe, and making sense when it comes to obtain and maintain profit, validation, security, and stability, right? So whatever feelings, emotions, desires, or deep experiences that you are or went through, right? You might feel like it's not fair, or you might feel enraged, or you might feel opposed because you and the world are expanding in a more realistic way, in a more valuable way, in a more sophisticated way, in a more business type way. And there is really not space for so much of that emotion. Or if you are a smart spirit, you will feel balanced, will feel actually helped by this opposition, because it's like, oh, I have a place for these deep feelings. I can make money. I can make valuable, consistent buildings and connections with all this passion, with all this rage, with all this trauma. I can build up something if I expand in the right wisdom and knowledge that is connected with business, stability, value, sophistication, and your own core set of values. Moon in Scorpio, trining Saturn in Pisces, a gift to feel more deep, consistent, stubborn, or stuck when it comes to really seeing spirituality in the world, seeing the spirituality behind the world, and spiritual, emotional, and deep connections, networking, and team working, right? So we have the gift to really go deep today into ourselves or anything that we're participating and see behind the closed doors. See what spirits, what waves, and what emotions led up to that scenario, what built up and make that structure. You know what I'm saying? Moon in Scorpio, opposing Uranus in Taurus, feeling opposed, dry, or out of position when it comes to new, unique, and changing scenarios, opportunities, or events that deal with stability, making sense, and be realistic about your values, feelings, and emotions. Moon in Scorpio, trining Neptune in Pisces, a gift to go too deep into grand dreams, illusions, and imaginations, or a gift to transmute and be strong about trauma, things that you missed out on, or like grand dreams and illusions that you are building upon, right? And that they might feel too far away, they might feel too scattered and out of reach, but you feel that passion, you feel that purpose, and you bring all of that into you, and now it's possible. It's doable. You can reach it. You know what I'm saying? Moon in Scorpio, squaring Pluto in Aquarius, learning how to transform your life and the world by being more communicative, unique, individual, smart, and rebellious about your desires and your deep feelings, emotions, frustration, anger, motivation, and passion, right? So, learning how to transform yourself and the world around you by being an example, by owning your internal realm with no shame. Even if you have shame, don't let that block you, right? But you're also learning. So, we're learning how to communicate, when to communicate, to which degree and which extent should we be communicating. But it's like taking those deep feelings, those deep passions, those traumatic experiences, and communicate that to the world, to the 11th house, in a broader way, in a unique way, showing that your uniqueness, showing that you were strong and you sustained and you built up a unique mind out of those unique feelings, out of those unique passions, motivations, and aggressiveness. You know what I'm saying? And that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We'll have some shorts out of this video here. Also remember to get your own personal reading, tarot reading, astrological reading, 360 reading, personal consultation with me. Use the links down below. Contact me via Instagram, Discord, or the email. And until the next time, I wish you the best thoughts, ideas, feelings, and emotions, a whole bunch of individuality, creativity, and responsibility as well. Always believe in yourself, always believe in all possibilities, and always remember that the best way to be is to be your goddamn self. Until the next time, Esoteric Cloud Surfer, surfing out. See you soon on another one, Esoteric Cloud Surfing. Goodbye.